The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What's up, Octo Nation? Today we're taking a look at charts. There's so much to go over. I couldn't just put 10 videos together, so I decided to do one and just kind of go over stuff in a general form. We got a lot of movement going on in the past week, and I was actually going to try to get charts yesterday, but I didn't even get to it. So let's dive on and take a look. First one we're going to take a look at is cleanspark. This is doing exactly what we were hoping and thinking it was going to do. What is that? It's staying above this bottom line here at 895, and it's just been kind of dragging out, doing a nice 45-degree angle up. It's had its spikes up, it's coming back down, but this looks totally healthy here. There's really nothing, that's showing me any sort of, crazy flag or anything that might be happening. I don't see anything. It just looks like a normal bull type of run. Okay, it's just kind of sitting in a channel, maybe like that. We could probably draw this channel here and say as long as we probably keep above that. The horizontal lines going this way are always more important, but we're still sitting in this area where we still should kind of make our way up to 1180-ish. It might try to come back down and break out of this red, but kind of watch this channel, keep it in that channel up there. If it breaks below that, it could start heading down to these now horizontal lines here that should be red because we are past them. So as long as we stay above these, we should be fine. I still think, macro long picture, especially with everything going on with, conserving energy and getting energy cheaper and storing it, for all the fires and everything going on. I still think big picture on this is going to be great. So is everyone still in this? Did everyone get tagged out on this big dip we had, or are you still in? Let me know. GP, so green power, this thing got smacked around a little bit, didn't it? It looks terrible when you look at it like this, right? But then, you zoom out, it's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. This is kind of, unfortunately, this is kind of what happens with new tickers that people are excited about. I think, there's usually a run up, like we've noticed with a lot of IPOs, and they come out, you're gonna get that run up, you're gonna get it down, and then another up, and then it just starts tanking down. Okay, this kind of looks like it's trying to bottom out though on this first line, one of these first lines that we drew in for you here. This is sitting at about $17.70. It's kind of trying to stay in that, so I think it's holding that and still using that as a big support channel. So unless we totally start waterfalling way past that, I think we'll kind of be fine. It's probably going to do consolidation. The earnings came out. It wasn't very positive. They didn't do a very good job of amping everybody up, man. They should have came out. They talk about how they have over 100 salesmen. I wish they would have gotten to that and said, we've got 5 salesmen in San Francisco. We got 5 in Dallas. We got 5 in New York. They're in the middle of 2 deals here, and amp us up a little bit is what I think they needed to do and what they lacked definitely in the presentation. So hopefully they have another, interview or something that comes out to help get some forward guidance that looks a little bit better for them. The only thing I didn't really think about was like the school bus thing and how, we're still in a different world right now, right? Like I just found out today, my little nephew, if you're watching, what's up, Maxfield? Okay. He started his first day of school today, like second or third grade. And it's at home. He's on the computer, and I just didn't even realize that kids aren't going to be riding the school buses for a little bit. So the schools are probably not going to be buying buses right this second. So that is one negative thing I thought about. It would be a good time for schools to have the extra time to try to figure out new situations, because the money's still probably coming in, the same little money that they do get. So I don't know. I still think they're still going to trickle in some stuff, but there are big businesses that I still think are going to take on and get going with the shuttle systems, like even the airports. Like they're all in the middle of kind of restructuring, saying how can we be more profitable for the long term, because we got to figure that out because they're in the squeeze right now. So I still think long term this is going to be so huge. Right now it might need a little love and maybe a decent contract to get it pumping, but let's just hope and pray for that. I did get tagged out of this because I have my protection in, which I hope everyone did too. I have my protection in to save me, and I am out. I am not re-entering tomorrow or anytime soon that I know of, unless some news or something kind of comes out. I'm going to try to catch it right away, and then I'll start writing it up. But we need a little bit more love from the company. I need to see that they're a little bit more serious about it first. Silver, what happened? Well, we broke out of this massive bull flag we had here. It's taken us about 2.5 months. We broke out of it a couple days ago, just exactly like we thought at the end of the September contract stuff that we were talking about last week at Thursday. We knew it was going to break out of this channel because of that, and guess what it did? But look at today. This is a nasty, nasty drop that happened. So, but the good thing is, look what happened. It came down and it almost exactly tagged our horizontal here. So we're good. What happened? It immediately zipped right back up. And so now we're sitting about 28. You know, it is what it is. You know, the precious metals are always going to be messed with. You know, this still totally looks like, you know, at least we've got like a 30% angle going up. I still think, again, macro picture, you know, silver, precious metals will be skying. Highcroft mining. So these guys came out with another big release in the past couple days. They got a new CEO in. It's this chick, and she's a shark. She's helped a bunch of mines out and made them profitable and huge. She is rad. She's like the exact person we need, and she is going to definitely help these people. You know, you got to realize that a lot of mines are, you know, a lot of guys who have no idea what they're doing. You know, you just get a random like foreman from a landscape company, bring him into mining, and he just kind of, you know, again, like we talked about, just shotgunning, just, you know, shooting until he tries to hit something. So a lot of them have trouble with management. A lot of mines do, but bringing in this girl is really what they need. They have the gold, they got the silver, they got the best jurisdiction in the world, and one of the biggest pieces of gold and silver in the world. They're ready. They had the financing they need to get those leach pads done and all that. It seems like it's underway. Everything seems like it's on track. So it's still going to take a little bit of time. You know, it's still not going to be until Q4 where we really see the big, you know, increase in the liquidity, the profit coming in from it. But still, you know, we're still totally undervalued on here. I have bought and sold this a couple times. I am currently in on this baby. So Plug came out with a great release today. They hooked up with some country. Where is it? Right here. So Plug Power enters Japanese green hydrogen markets. So Plug Power said it has delivered a 25 kilowatt gin fuel electrolyzer in Nagasaki, Japan, representing the first fruits of its vertical acquisition strategy in Asia and promoting the development of scalable renewable energy for hydrogen in its economy. Its entry into the Japanese green hydrogen market comes just 2 months after its acquisition of Giner ELX, a Massachusetts-based company that makes the electrolyzers devices that split water into hydrogen and oxygen. Crazy, huh? So they got this. What happened? The stock popped. Look at this. You know, it was kind of in a little downturn, kind of a little bull flag there, and then boom, it skied up today. We got about 9% gain, and post market, it's down to, you know, just a hair, but it's looking good to me. All right, everything's looking. In fact, it only wrote up this. What am I talking about? This is from a long time ago. We need to zoom in here. So we've only actually run up, yeah, the 9%, but that was just today right here. So it still hasn't totally skied because of that. It doesn't seem like it's too big of news, too big of an order, but I mean, that is big news to solidify and prove that they are getting ready for the Asia market. And again, the world is very, very big. So that's fantastic. Dive on in. UAVS did a video on them today. You know, I think I bought and sold this one a handful of times. I'm currently in, and I think we're in a decent position again here. You know, we're probably going to stay within the 240 to basically where it hit today, about 320 range, you know, maybe up to 335, I think, until we get a little bit more news. But regardless, even if you wanted to look at this as a, you know, way to trade, you know, right now it's sitting kind of high, so you could wait for it to kind of channel down a little bit. But regardless, I think it's a fairly safe place to park your money. They still got plenty of other avenues coming in. There are plenty of other UV companies, though, out there, but I mean, drone companies, but still, these guys have some good stuff in the works, and you know, I think the Amazon will finally come out at some point, and they got the presentation coming out. Go watch that video if you haven't. Workhorse, these babies finally broke good. All right, they broke past this $20 line, which we needed to do. It came up, went back down a little bit, but nothing really since then. So we still got to get to 23 basically for all-time high again. But I like where this is sitting. I didn't see any news that got released today, but we hit almost 12% up today, which is huge. So that's fantastic. Maybe like 15%. Yeah, about 14% from the peak. So that's great. Neo, bought and sold this one a handful of times now. Where are we at? I don't think I'm currently in this one right now. I don't even know. My bells were ringing all day, buying and selling, buy, sell. You know, because I always have my buys and sells, and like I teach you, all right, it's going to protect you. So right now we're kind of just riding this consolidation line. This is healthy. You know, I don't see a catalyst bringing this down. The first catalyst bringing this down was the big massive pump. The catalyst on that was people got to take profit, and now we're kind of in that second wave. The second wave should consolidate and then bring us to all-time new highs again. This might be a pretty darn good place to get in. Again, macro picture, great. XBEV's kind of the same. It looks just like the GP one, right? It came down. It's trying to do the consolidation game here. It's looking pretty bull though. You know, it's definitely on a channel. It's definitely got its own channel. It's forming, which is good. This one's going to be big. This is another one. You know, this is like the lower end EV sector, but I think it's going to do fantastic. Lower end as in it's cheaper. You know, it's going to be one of the least expensive ones out there. It's directly competing. It's like the cheap Tesla. Let's call that the cheap Tesla. But it's got a decent channel here. You know, I think it'd probably be a decent entry to get in. FMCI. I was finally kind of looking at this. You know, this actually looks like a cup and handle, like a teacup. You have a cup here, and then the handle kind of comes down, came down a little bit, and then it goes up. That usually is a sign that it's going to moon up. The other thing, the other catalyst on this is we're almost sitting at the all-time highs again. We almost tagged at 1875, but we only hit 1866 today. But regardless, they're finishing their business combination on September 30th. Now, this is that frozen food tattoo chick play, okay? And I think this one's going to be big. The thing that sold me on this was that the fact that they're making like the white label stuff for like some Trader Joe's food. So a lot of stuff at Trader Joe's that's called Trader Joe brand, it's actually these guys making it. And they've actually got some really good industry people in there that have been around the industry for a long time and know what they're doing. So I'm contemplating getting in this for a potential write up, but I'm still kind of sketched on it. Are you guys in it? Shill just absolutely thundered today. All right. About another 25% up. You can't stop this. It's $48. Congratulations, anyone that's in there. I am currently not, but that is just fantastic ride. ALYI. This is the scammer electric motorcycle a video I did. You guys see that one? Wednesdays there's more news. So Wednesday they're releasing more news about the numbers, about the orders, but also we're hoping to see either a video or some pictures of this thing. Because if it is electric and it looks like that BMW motorcycle and it's actually cool, I think it might moon a little bit, and I might want one. Okay. If it does, if it's that cheesy looking like mini sport one with the fake engine noises on it, I don't want that one at all. But if it's like that BMW one that's actually cool and super dope and nice shocks and all that, yeah, might be something I want. So I'm gonna wait till tomorrow, you know, and see how that news looks. If it sucks, then I'm probably just gonna cut it and get out. But if it's rad, you know, it might moon. Protect yourself though. So this is the solar panel truck bed cover. This is WKSP, the work sport. I did a video on this yesterday. So I got to talking with the president of the company, and he actually showed me they have a whole nother website. I don't have it up right now, but essentially this is way cooler than I thought. So there's actually like battery packs, multiple, like 4 or 5, that sit in the truck bed that you can charge and pull off and make external. So like, say you're a construction dude, you pull up to your site and the dude over there needs to charge his batteries and the dude over there needs a light and to charge his batteries. You can undo the cover, you know, put 2 of the things back and then pull one of the battery systems out. It just looks like the size of like a lunchbox. Take that and take it to Jim, and then pop off another one and take it to Larry. Okay, and then they got power, and then there's still 2 more in there charging, like big old battery things. So I thought that was super sick. They're doing that. And he also told me they have tons of patents. I think he said like 20 or 30 or 40 patents pending on it. So with patents, how patents work, as long as it's filed with the company you can still exercise basically your right. Okay, so and to get a patent, you have to prove something actually works too. So they had to prove their patents, and then hopefully they're going to get them, because that would be fantastic. And then this thing, I think, is going to be massive. And he also said too that there's more than one manufacturer that they're hooking up with. So I think this is going to be great. And then let's take a look at, so this is ticker RGR. Take a look at this one. They've got earnings coming up November 5th. I don't want to talk about that because YouTube doesn't like it. Next one, this is going to be big, is Costco. So they've got earnings coming out on the 24th of this month. I bought some calls on this today. You can see that this has had a massive run up. You know, I mean, just from the beginning of August, is at 325. It's been up $25, so it's already been up, you know, 8%. That's good for a big, huge company like this. And I think, you know, it's Costco. I look at it like, how is Costco not going to be profitable right now next by the end of the month? I don't see anything but positive news coming out. I mean, it's Costco, right? I don't know. I mean, every Costco I ever go to is always slammed. Am I missing something, or did I do something good? Are you guys going to jump in on Costco? What do you think? Netflix, what is there to talk about? October 21st, next earnings. Not much to talk about it. I mean, it's Netflix. What are you going to say? I mean, it's going to keep going up. You know, they had a rally with the earnings back here in July, you know, and it came down, but now it's done its consolidation, and now it's on its way back up to probably hit all-time highs again, I'm sure. Chewy, I wanted to bring up this one here. This is the dog food delivery people. They're like dog food kings. Take a look. We got another, it's what's called cup and handle pattern. Basically, you got the teacup and the handle. Technically, it's breakout. Could still break down, so be careful. But September 10th, they've got earnings. You've already had a substantial run up, though. Even today, look at this. How much did it go up today? 14% to end of the day, which is incredible, you know, for such a massive company. But watch this one. You know, a lot of people are playing this, but just be careful, because when earnings get that close, usually they run up to about 2 to 3 days before earnings, and then people jump out. But stuff is so volatile right now with these bigger companies, big cap companies, that just be careful. I'm still contemplating actually jumping in with some calls and riding this one a little bit. We will see. I'm currently looking for more calls that are out, like more big cap businesses to get calls that are earnings or in like the end of the month. So we have like 30 days out, like Costco. So any other like Costco that you guys know about, let me know. Roku, they already had their earnings on August 5th, but they've got a nice pendant coming here. You know, it's broken down a little bit. I still keep it there. That's still breaking down, but watch this one. AMD, this has got some catalysts, like the new video game systems that are coming out. I think they're both using AMD processors on them, and plus they're coming out with a new like updated core on for their chips, I think by the end of the year too. So there's a couple big catalysts there that are coming out. You know, this is kind of getting tight here in this channel. So we're either going to break north or break south. What do you think? This thing is already still run up, though. I mean, look at this. 84 to 92 in a day. I mean, just even today. Are you kidding me? But I like this consolidation chain here, and I like how tight it got in this triangle. So she'll take a look. Home Depot, November 17th is their next earnings around for Q3. Let's take a look at what happened. Their last earnings, I believe it was here. Let's get back here. I think it was somewhere in around July, end of July here. I think is kind of where we're getting close. And then, you know, you got these run-ups that happen. But I mean, just look at this when you totally zoom out since March. You can just tell that it's just going up, right? Come on. Look how nice that pattern looks. If you were to show someone this pattern, you know, 10 years ago, they'd be like, that is crazy. That's going to crash. But, you know, I don't know. It's Home Depot. You know, you can't mess with Home Depot right now. I mean, that's what people are doing. They're getting bored. Miss Smiths are getting bored in their house, and they're like, you know, they got to go shopping. So they go shopping. They go get new flowers, and the husband's like, I want a new lawnmower. I want a new knife. I want a new hammer, you know, and it just goes from there. So, Tesla. can't really stop this. I mean, it had a massive rally today. It had a big pullback, but it's Tesla. It tagged exactly where we were thinking, though. I was saying it's probably going to hit like right at 500 and then come back down, slam back down. People take profits, or once it gets to like 520, then people will come back out and take profits again. But I think we're going to consolidate a little bit this, and then by the end of the week, I'm sure we're going to be blast past 500. I mean, I just can't think of a reason why it wouldn't. Other than people completely give up on the stock market, which I don't see happening. Bitcoin actually had a rally today. It's been a long-awaited one. I mean, look at that. Where are we at here? So we're kind of forming this cup and handle thing here too. We've kind of got a nice little cup going on. This might break down a little bit to form the handle for the cup, and then once it does, it should ride back up. Macro picture, Bitcoin should be very big, very long. Mara, this is the one. This is the play we were talking about where these guys own like empty Costco's basically that are full of the miner computers that make like the Bitcoin, right? That's what Marathon Patent Group does. And these guys had a rally a little bit today too with Bitcoin. They both kind of went up, went down a little bit, but again, they coincide. So Bitcoin was 3.4 up, this was 3.6. And I like where this is sitting on this channel. I still think this is a fantastic entry point for Mara if you're not on here. If you haven't seen my videos about Mara, about how to invest in Bitcoin, check it out, because look at these parabolic swings it does. Back in 2017, it went from $5 on up to $40. Okay, go watch that video. Zoom is absolutely out of control. Went up 41% today. I mean, absolutely unbelievable. This is the the digital calling thing, video calling, unbelievable. With DocuSign, this kind of benefits, I believe, through Zoom. This one, popped up like 20% too. Earnings are coming out in 2 days for Zoom, and that's why Zoom's going up, but DocuSign is going up with it. So I don't know. It seems I tried to find like the lowest price entry to a lot of these to talk about, but you just got to test them out like this one, to even get in to the lowest price entry for anyone out there. It's still going to cost you like $3,000. Some of these though, like you could get in pretty cheap. I think it was like, just test it. I think AMD and Home Depot and even Chewy, I think you get in pretty low. So take a look. Did I talk enough about random stock plays? Did you guys get it? Okay. Did I miss any? Did I miss a bunch of news today? I was trying my hardest to just pull everything and pull all this data together today. And any other plays you guys want me to do a specific video about, maybe tomorrow or this week, or something's popping, let me know down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, be sure and do that. Please share this on any platform you're on with your friends. That definitely helps out the channel, and give a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. Have a great rest of the day.